Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. Je vous joins aujourd'hui de chez moi, à Terre-Neuve, the ancestral homeland of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk peoples. Indigenous acknowledgements have become familiar, but they are more than a formality. They remind us that Indigenous peoples were also this land's first protectors. That same sense of stewardship has inspired and informed our government's first 5 years in office. And it's at the heart of what Forests Ontario does every day, heeding the ancient wisdom that we plant trees not for ourselves, but for future generations. The theme for this year's conference, Growing the Future, couldn't be more timely. La pandémie qui sévit depuis un an nous rappelle à quel point les forêts sont au cœur de nos vies. In cities, our urban parks play a big role in our well-being. That's been made abundantly clear this year when we've needed to get out of the house for a while. We've found comfort going for a walk in the park or reading a book under a shady tree. In rural Canada and in provincial and national parks, we've made memories with our kids, hiking or pitching a tent in a forest and sleeping under the stars. They're central to building back better. You know this. Trees matter. They absorb and sequester an enormous amount of carbon, and they make our communities more resilient against climate change. They reduce the risks of flooding and wildland fires. That's why your 50 million tree program is so important. You planted more than 16,000 hectares of new forest. It's a program that improves the health of Ontario's forests and of Ontarians themselves. So when it was in jeopardy, we stepped up with $15 million to ensure that you could keep planting all the trees that we need. And last month, I launched our plan to plant 2 billion trees over the next decade, backed by $3.16 billion to make it happen. The first of these 2 billion trees will be planted this spring. All told, we expect 4,300 jobs to be created, and our plan will generate enough forests to cover an area nearly 1.5 times the size of Algonquin Park. You know better than most. Planting trees sounds easy, but it is an enormous undertaking. Order the seeds, expand nursery capacity, grow the seedlings, prepare the land, monitor the health and survival of those seedlings. Repeat. We want to get it right. We can't do it alone. We are designing a program that will be inclusive and effective, with strong partnerships to help us reach our goal. We're deep into discussions with potential partners, including Indigenous groups and organizations. We need them as partners who will support this plan and benefit from it. And I know Forests Ontario will be at the table with us. Later this year, Minister Wilkinson and I will appoint an advisory committee of people who can help us maximize emission reductions, deliver on biodiversity benefits, and make sure that this program also contributes to Canadians' quality of life, which are some of the things I know that you'll be talking about at this conference. So thank you for your leadership, for your commitment to leaving this place greener than you found it. It's hard work now, but future generations will be grateful for what you do. Thank you for growing the future every day. Have fun, be safe. I wish you a very successful conference. Merci.